Hello everyone, Phoenix Gaming here. Welcome back to another Minecraft PE Redstone tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build a completely hidden redstone door. Now, I've done something quite similar to this on console already, and I'll have a link to that video in the description below. But this is for PE players, so it works on their, well, edition. So it's quite simple to open up our door, and you can kind of notice where my door is, and hopefully you don't do that. But all we have to do is just throw an item right here at this block, and the door should open up. So, boop, I'm gonna throw an item right there, and my door should open up. There we go. And then we can walk into our secret room where we can have all of our goodies and hidden stuff from our friends. And of course, the clothes up behind us. All we have to do is just turn around and click this button, and our half a Jeb door will close up behind us. Then once we are done doing whatever we have to do inside of our secret base room, or maybe you just want awesome redstone in your world, we just press the button again, the door opens up, walk on out, and then just throw an item back at the block again, and the door will close. Highly recommend just throwing dirt at the floor so you don't use anything crazy. But if you want to, you can have some sort of way to go down there and collect all the items out of the chest that you're going to be throwing it in there. So let's go ahead and look at the redstone. Here is all the redstone, and all those items that I was throwing should funnel into here. And as you can see, I tested this thing out quite a lot to make sure everything was working. So all we have is the items funneling down into this chest right here, activating a T flip-flop. Now, I'm really happy about this. These T flip-flops work on Pocket Edition. I love using these ones on just normal console. It's just the T flip-flops that I made with droppers and hoppers. They work absolutely great. So there is our T flip-flop right there. And then up here is half the Jeb door that's going to be opening up. So let's go ahead and start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so for this build, you're going to need a 4x5 spacing, and you're also gonna have to dig down 3. Now, we're gonna need more spacing than that, but this is just the spacing we need to dig down. Now, that red stained clay line is where your wall is going to be. Just giving you a heads up now. Red stained clay line is where the wall is going to be. Now, the resources you're going to need for this build are 6 sticky pistons, 1 normal piston, 3 droppers, 3 hoppers, 2 redstone comparators, 3 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone torches, 12 redstone dust, 3 chests, 1 hopper minecart, 1 rail, and 1 button. All right, guys, so once you have your 4x5 spacing, gathered up all your resources, and dug down your 3, we're going to come to the bottom left-hand corner of our build. Now, remember, that is our wall right there, and we're going to place in 2 chests right here. So 1, 2, just like that. And then we're going to come to the backhand side of those chests and then go into a sneak mode or a crouch mode, still in the Steve skin. And we're going to place a hopper off the back side of our chest right here, just like so. So it should have a hopper going into that double chest right there. Then right above this hopper, we're going to go into sneak mode once again. And we're going to place a chest right above this hopper by going into sneak mode like this. There we go. So there is our chest. I honestly like to face it towards me while doing the tutorial, just so it looks a little better. So right now we have something that looks like this. We have a chest on top of a hopper funneling into another chest. And then we're going to take out our hoppers for the last time, and we're done with the chest as well. I'm going to place one last hopper going into the side of this single chest above this one. So bloop, just like that. So now we have a hopper funneling into a chest, funneling down into a hopper, funneling back into a chest. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we're gonna come back here next to this bottom hopper, and we're gonna place a block down right here. Then we're gonna take out our redstone comparators and place a redstone comparator coming out of this chest right here. So place a redstone comparator going that way out of the chest like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and build our T flip-flop. So we're gonna take out our blocks and make a 2x2 spacing right here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, just like so. And then we're going to take out our droppers. Make sure you're using droppers. See how it says dropper right down there at the bottom? Make sure you're using a dropper, not a dispenser, or it will not work. Make sure you're using a dropper. So we're going to start off by placing a dropper facing away from the comparator, going towards my build over there. So we're going to swing to this side and place a dropper over here facing towards my build over there like that. And then coming out of this dropper, we're going to place another dropper facing this way towards me like that. And then going into the back of this dropper right here, we're going to face a dropper over here. So come over here to this redstone comparator and place in another dropper facing towards this one right here. Now we're going to swing to the backhand side, and where we just placed this last dropper, I know it's really confusing, guys. So where we placed the second dropper over here from this redstone comparator, we're going to take out our hopper for the last time, and we're going to go into sneak mode and place our hopper going into the back of that dropper. So it should be going into the back of the dropper. That is 2 away from the comparator. So right there is where that hop is going, and that's going to be our T flip-flop. I know that's really confusing, but I'll give you just a little heads up on how it's going. So going from this redstone comparator into this dropper. So this dropper is going to be going this way into this dropper. This dropper is going to be going into this hopper. This hopper is going to be going into this dropper, and then so on and so forth, just making a loop going around this motion. We're going to be going clockwise in that motion. So just remember, clockwise. clockwise. Then off the side of the dropper that has the redstone comparator going into it, we're going to go back into sneak mode and place in our redstone torch. And then we're going to place 2 blocks coming out from that redstone torch going to the left-hand side towards these chests. So 1, 2. Place a repeater on 2 ticks delay coming out of that redstone torch. So 1 tick, 2 ticks. And then place a piece of redstone in front of that. And what that's going to do is lock this hopper so the item gets stuck in this chest just long enough so it activates our T flip-flop. Then going into the dropper that's in front of our comparator, we're going to place in 1 item. Place in only 1 item. You should have no more than 1 item and no less than 1 item or this thing will not work. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw a feather in there like that. Boop. Just 1 item should be funneling through all of these droppers and hoppers. Then coming out of the dropper that's next to the redstone torch, we're going to place in yet again another block. Take out our last comparator for the last time and place a comparator coming out of this dropper going that way. And our T flip-flop should be fully hooked up now. So if I throw an item right in here inside of this hopper, this should come on right over there. So we're going to go ahead and just throw 1 item in. So bloop. And this redstone comparator should come on. Boop. There we go. It's on now. There's our T flip-flop motion. And then when I throw another item at it, it should turn off. So boop. And it should turn off. And there you guys have it. So on. There we go. And then off. Boop. Just like that. And it's that easy, guys. So now that we got our T flip-flop into place, we can go ahead and place in our door. So coming right in front of this comparator that has nothing in front of it, we're going to place a block in and place a redstone torch off the side of that block like this. Then we're going to place a block on top of the redstone torch, a redstone torch on top of the block, a block on top of the redstone torch with a piece of redstone on top of it. It should look something like this. So we have a comparator going into a block with a redstone torch going to the right-hand side of that block, then a block on top of that. Another redstone torch on top of that with a block on top of that. Then we're going to go ahead and take out our blocks of choice. You will be able to see these blocks come up one like this. And then we're going to go to the left 3 more blocks. So there should be a total of 4 blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and place a piece of redstone right here, a piece of redstone right here, a piece of redstone right here, and then a repeater going that way on 3 ticks delay. So just to look over one more time, we have 4 blocks right here, a repeater on 3 ticks delay going that way, and then we have 3 pieces of redstone behind the repeater. So now to hook in our half a Jeb Door, we're going to come right here and place a block up right in front of that repeater, and then 1 block underneath it. So leave that block right there. Coming right underneath it, we're going to take out our sticky pistons, and we're going to make our half a Jeb Door. So right off this block, we're going to place a sticky piston, and then a sticky piston to the left-hand side. So it should look something like that. It's 1 block down from this repeater. We can go ahead and break this block. So as you can see, there's an air block right here. And then we have 2 sticky pistons facing that way towards our build. And then we're going to place in 2 more sticky pistons underneath that. 1, 2. And then we're going to place 2 facing towards us, towards our T flip-flop right here. So place in 2, 1, 2 facing towards us. And then we're going to place our block of choice in front of that. So boop and boop. So let's look over this one more time. So we have our 4 blocks, our repeater on 3 ticks, 3 pieces of redstone going into a block above, 4 sticky pistons facing towards our build, and then 2 facing towards us. Then we're going to take out our redstone, and we're going to place in 2 pieces of redstone on top of these 2 sticky pistons. And then we're going to come down and place in 2 blocks here with 2 more pieces of redstone on top of these blocks as well. And that's going to be our Jeb Door. And now we have one more thing we need to do before we can test it out to make sure our whole door is working. Right over here where this redstone torch is, we're going to place a block in like this with a piece of redstone on top of it. And then we're going to take out our blocks of choice. You will be able to see this block and place it right in front of that piece of redstone. And now everything should be working, guys. Everything should absolutely be working. We should be completely done almost. So we're going to go ahead and test this thing out real quick. So if we throw an item at this, it should close. And then if we throw an item at it again, it should open up. So we're going to go ahead and just throw an item, boop, like that. It should completely close. So boop, boop. The door is completely closed right now. As you can see, the door is right over our red stained clay line right there. So that means it's right over the wall. And then if we throw an item at it again, it should go ahead and open up, and boom, there you guys have it. The door is working great. So now what we're going to do is place in our button on the opposite hand side. So we're going to swing back over here, and where this block is that I just placed in, we're going to place in another block right here. So place your button right off of this block, and then we're going to come 2 blocks underneath it. So boop and boop, just like that. And we're going to place another block going back towards this dropper right here. Then we're going to place in a piece of redstone. So bloop, piece of redstone right here. Another piece of redstone on top of this block as well. And then coming out of this redstone right above this dropper, we're going to place in another repeater. So go into sneak mode, jump up and place in a repeater on 1 tick delay, and then place a piece of redstone in front of that on top of the one that has the redstone torch on it. And that should be our inside button to make this thing work. So we're going to come right in here and click our button just to make sure everything's working. So boop, it should close the door. There we go. The door is completely closed. And then when we click the button again, it should open her up. So boop, boop. and the door is now open up. So now all we have to do is add in our minecart with a hopper, so we have our item. So now all that's left to do is just to make sure our input is completely hidden. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by placing a block right above this hopper, so go into sneak mode and place a block right above it. And now we're going to need our rail and our minecart with a hopper. So go ahead and place your rail on top of this block with your minecart with a hopper, and go ahead and break it so it falls into place. And now what you're going to have to do is take out your blocks of choice for your flooring. So right above this chest, you're going to need a slab or a staircase. So I'm going to go ahead and use spruce wood. You know what? Let's go ahead and use dark oak wood planks, actually. And then I'm also going to need a dark oak wood slab. So we're going to start off by placing blocks all around this minecart with a hopper so it does not move. If that moves, we're going to have to go ahead and replace that thing, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just place in my flooring blocks starting underneath the door right here. So boop and boop, just like that. We just want to place blocks all around this just so it doesn't move. So we're going to place blocks all the way around it like that. And then right above this chest, we're going to go ahead and place in our slab. That's just so our items actually funnel into it. If we don't have a slab there, it won't funnel the items through it. So now if I throw my items right here at this minecart with a hopper, it should open up my door. So bloop, throw an item in it, and the door opens up. And if I throw an item at again, it will close it. So now what we have to do is just completely hide this by pushing a block into this minecart with a hopper, and this is where our piston is going to come into play. All right, guys, so now it's time to completely hide this minecart with a hopper. So we're going to place a block of choice right above it, and then we're going to come up 3 more blocks. 1, 2, and 3. Break the third block, sorry, and we're going to place a piston facing downwards right here. And then next up, we're going to take out any sort of power to bring to that piston. I'm just going to use a lever. So place your lever off the top block, click it, and it should push that block into place. And now we can go ahead and break everything. Go ahead and pick it all up. You no longer need it. As you can see, it is now completely hidden. However, if we throw an item right here, bloop, it will open up our secret door and no one will know it's there. And that's it, guys. You are now officially completely done. All you have to do is just clean up your area. But before we clean it up, I'm gonna go ahead and go through all the redstone one last time just to make sure you guys didn't miss anything. So right under here, we should have a hopper going into a chest, going into a hopper, going into a double chest, and then right above this hopper should be our minecart with a hopper hidden right there so we can throw our items in and open it up. Then over here, we have a comparator coming out of that chest, going into our T flip-flop. And our T flip-flop, if you remember, is going in a clockwards motion. We have a dropper, going into a dropper, going into a hopper, going back into a dropper with 1 item in it. No more, no less, only 1 item should be in there. Then coming out of this one, we have a redstone torch, going into a repeater on 2 ticks delay, with a piece of redstone in front of that to lock that bottom hopper. Then coming out to the right-hand side of our torch, we have a comparator going into a block with a redstone torch off the side of it, then a redstone torch above it, and then we have 4 pieces of redstone, 1, and then come up 1, 2, 3, 4, going into a 3-tick delay repeater. 3 ticks, not 2, not 4, not 1, 3. And then we have it going into some redstone above 6 sticky pistons, which is going to be our Jeb Door. And then of course back here's our button with 2 pieces of redstone, a repeater, and a redstone, and that should be our entire build. So let's go ahead and test it one more time. Bloop, door closes, throw it again, door opens up. Now what's left to do is to clean it up. So let's go ahead and clean it up. So let's go ahead and place in our flooring first. So boop, 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 and boop. That's going to be our flooring. Now we can go ahead and take out our wall blocks. I'm going to be using quartz blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and place my quartz blocks along all of these walls just to hide up all of this redstone right here. So there we go. Hide up all the redstone so I don't have to see it. And then we're going to place some blocks over here as well to hide up the redstone on this side as well. And then of course on this side, we're going to go ahead and place in our blocks, which is just quartz again for me. So I'm just going to place in all my blocks right along like that. And once again, just to hide up all the redstone on this side as well. So boop, boop, boop. And then 3 over here. There we go. And on this side as well. Boop, boop, and there we have it. And that's the entire thing completely hidden. Let's go ahead and just place in a few more flooring blocks so I don't have to see this as well. It's going to annoy me if my flooring does not follow my walling. There we go, and there we go. And there is our completely hidden door. So now if I throw an item at it, boop, as you'll see, the door is completely hidden. I cannot see anything right here. However, if I throw an item at this block right here, boop, my secret door will open up. I can go and walk inside of it, and then you can do whatever you want in here. This is completely up to you. But of course, if you want to close the door behind you, all you have to do is just click this button right here, and the door will close up behind you so no one knows your secret door is there. And then of course, once you are done and actually do something back here to reopen it, just click the button again. Door will open up, walk on out, throw an item at it again, and it will re-close. And then of course, like I said, if you wanted to inside of here, if you want to, you can have like a staircase coming down over to this chest just so you can pick up the items inside here. But guys, you have a lot of time before you have to start like taking items out of this thing. I don't know how many times you're gonna go into this door a day, but hopefully not that much. But like I said, all you have to do is just build a staircase inside your secret area just to pull out any items that may be in there. But there you guys have it. That is how you build a completely hidden redstone door on Minecraft PE. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Bloop. Peace.